Guns out. No, I'm sorry. It's the Go Beyond podcast. Sorry, it's new, man. We're new. It's still new.
I was like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, that's crazy,
Isn't that
bro.
insane? There's a whole lot going on in the country right now as it pertains to firearms.
Well, let's go and get some. What's up, Guns Out Nation? Welcome to the Go Beyond podcast Range Day edition, sponsored by Staccato. I'm John Keys.
I'm sure Michael Singleton.
And we're sitting here with none other than
Taran,
Tactical,
and
Butler,
Tetiana.
and Tetiana.
Man, John, can you believe Taran's
Listen,
here?
I can't believe Range Day is here.
I
can't
know,
believe
there's so
Taran
many
is
people.
here. I can't believe the Sand Viper's here.
I know.
And
You want?
can't
I know you
believe
want. I
all
know
these
you want to
people
take
are
it,
here.
don't you? You want to take it, don't you?
I thought it was mine. I thought they brought it for
See
me,
this
and
guy?
that's why
He
it's
can't
here
help himself,
right now.
Taran.
It's not Taran. It's not here. He set you up. It's not me.
No, it's Stallone. What are you gonna do?
Taran.
So Taran, what do you? I mean, you've been to a lot of these events.
Yeah.
All over the country.
Yeah.
All over the world. Like, what do you think so far by the facility, by the range day that we've put on? Because it is our first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy for you to do the first one, and I've been to a lot of this. You know, I've been around a long time, and I just went to one recently that was probably the best I've ever been to. This is the best I've ever been to now.
Wow, that's
like
a
this
huge
is crazy. The
compliment.
cars out front, this facility, the way it's set up, every detail about this place.
Yeah.
Is spectacular. Then you got food upstairs. You got freaking like just gourmet everything.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah,
I
5
haven't
star.
seen it all yet, and it's already blown away everything else out there.
What do you think, Tatiana?
I think the energy is awesome. I think people here are wonderful. The vibes just very different from any other place
Wow.
I've been to myself. And I really, really love the hype and the vibe and just
Yeah, it's pretty
the
cool.
energy is awesome.
No, we
Energy
love
is
it, man.
real.
I think we have some of the best fans out there, bro. Real talk. Fans, subscribers,
people from
supporters.
all over the place.
I'm
Atlanta,
saying.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
People who've driven 8 hours, 10 hours, 11 hours. I mean, it's pretty phenomenal.
No, it is, man, and we're thankful to each and every person that came out here to support this and to see you guys. I mean, come on, you guys are a big draw. You got it. You know
Yeah,
that.
that is true.
You know that.
Everybody
You guys
wants to meet
I mean,
the
listen,
man. That
they,
is true.
look, they like us, but they love you guys, man. Okay, and they love the guns. So
Yeah, they
you
do.
know,
So Taran, I mean, I want to get into this about the guns. I mean, you're always releasing new guns, new pistols. They've been in a lot of the action movies. But the Sand Viper, man, has taken the community, the 2A community, by storm. I mean, everybody who's shot the thing, John,
Yeah.
they want one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a 2011, but it doesn't shoot like many 2011s I've ever shot, and we've shot a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Walk us through the idea, the conception, the design. Why is it so unique and different from everything else?
The gun is built like how I shot my guns for years in 3-gun or pistol matches, whatever. The details of the gun matter. You might not notice them at first. When you feel the gun, it's like sitting in one of those insane cars out front.
Yeah.
It's just different than jumping into like a 84 Fiero or whatever. And just those details about the gun. Also, the look of the gun is very unique. The gun even actually has blades in it.
Yeah.
So it's why it's in the snake world is because it can stab things. It's got fangs on it. In about 4 months, you'll find out kind of a little more backstory about this gun. But I just wanted a gun that also would just win the 2-gun nationals.
Yeah.
And it immediately won the 2-gun nationals. It also won the 2-gun nationals last year when the gun snuck out there in disguise and won with Max Leograndis. And then this year, my other top shooter, Zach Smith, won with this and our TR9. So I don't want just a beautiful gun that's just cool. I want a gun that's got, the number one titles behind it.
Yeah.
It's like a race car. What good is it if it didn't win anything?
I love that mentality and that philosophy into what you're doing specifically, Taran. I mean, because that stuff matters.
Oh, it does.
When you're talking about because listen, Sherm competes more than I do, but I've just recently started to compete. And I mean, when you talk about the performance of a firearm, malfunctions, failures, and things like that, and we've seen what this thing can do. It's like it can do anything.
Like
it can.
in my world of shooting, I've been through every company. I've been sponsored by everybody, and a lot of them are known for good-looking guns that don't work. And I wanted to be the guy that has a gun that's good-looking, feels amazing, and runs everything. We were doing a video recently about the TR9 and reliability, and we loaded a bunch of backward ammo, which is like a blunt nightmare.
John has questions
Yeah, I
about
do
that,
have
by the way,
we-
Taran.
when you finish this explanation, we'll come back to the
So
backwards
we're
ammo.
doing the video. The last minute, I just thought I would ad lib, like, let's try it in the Sand Viper.
Right.
And it ran the backward ammo, and everybody's like, my 2011 needs special loaded long ammo and special bullets and to run, and I don't just shoot anything from the store. This gun's feeding the most crap I digged up off the dirt. And then we threw it in the John Wick 3 2011. It did it also.
Crazy.
And what's cool about that gun also is that gun's got 2 national titles on its belt, also women and men's division. So I want all these guns to be championship guns and also the top Hollywood movie guns too.
Well, real quick, what is that chambered in?
That's a 9mm. We do them in 40 caliber also for limited division.
Yep.
We did 2 of them in 10mm for big giant monsters. Braun Strowman, aka Adam Shearer, the big giant monster man, 1-on-1. And we did one for Josh Barnett, who's a UFC fighter, a big wants his 10mm massive power.
I'd actually be interested to shoot the Sand
10
Viper
mil?
in
Yeah,
10
boy, I
millimeter,
would
John
too.
Wick in 10
We
millimeter.
don't want to
'cause-
do them in 10. It's a lot of work, and the gun it's harder to maintenance and stuff like that. In all reality, get a 40 cal. You can shoot it. You can hand load the stuff. The gun will handle any hot load you want. Plus, we're coming out with a round, the 9mm Magnum. So with Ultimate Ammunition, we paired up to do the 9mm Magnum. So it's so freaking hot. That doesn't do the work for you. I don't know what to do. Get a club. Get a grenade.
So, all right, real quick, back to the backwards ammo. Are we talking about a backwards projectile loaded in a casing?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, I didn't know what that meant.
We had a lot
Nobody
of
knew what that
debates
meant.
about that when we
about
saw
what
that
backwards
video.
ammo
We did.
really is, right?
Yeah.
But it looked like you threw a penny in there at one point and it shot the penny or something. It was crazy. And then how do you, what's different? Like, how do you get it so ruggedized, or is that proprietary? Because I mean, it's a fact that some 2011s can't handle certain things.
There's the
that's true.
details. Like this gun, all these 2011s we make, I don't skimp and buy some cheap junk, crappy hammers and sears from some crap company. It's extreme engineering.
Right.
So I went with the best. What I use my entire career, nothing beats extreme engineering hammers and sears. They're expensive,
Right.
but they're the best. They hold up. The triggers are like glass. There's nothing like them. I don't care how much you whittle on somebody else's trigger. When you pull a trigger, it's like glass breaking. It's amazing.
Right.
The triggers are well under 2.5 pounds.
Wow.
They're awesome. Also, we use Aftec extractors. I've lost national titles because I was cheap and didn't want to spend $40 more on an Aftec extractor.
Yeah.
There goes a national title in the toilet because my extractor hook broke off on the last stage. I want to kill myself. So I don't want that happening to my customers. I want the best stuff in that gun that I can make. It's so expensive. Okay, build that gun with somebody else. It's going to take you 2.5 years, be $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 later. You lost 2 or 3 years of your life. You know, I'm 90 year old.
Right.
So you know, it's not worth it. Just get the gun now in a few months. Has everything done to it. Like in the old days, the good old days, you'd buy some 2011 from whoever.
Yeah.
Now I got to put a new barrel in it, a new
Yeah, you
hammer,
gotta
a new
change
trigger.
everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Build everything, and now it's all this pile of parts. And now I'm like $8,000 later, and I got this Frankenstein gun.
Yeah.
So Tetiana, I mean, you get to shoot everything. You get to shoot all of the guns. For people who are new to the Taran experience, one, why do you think they should consider the guns? And two, how have you seen the guns make a new person, a new shooter, a better shooter?
Taran's guns are they're just the best.
Well, that's a fair
Like,
point.
it's
Simply
just-
put.
It's
Right.
the
Yeah.
best that I've ever personally shot. Plus, I'm originally from Ukraine, so I've never shot before in my entire life before I met Taran. And then I was spoiled because I kind of started shooting with the best guns.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think it really helped me to become so good so fast because I kind of jump in with the best
the
guns.
best
training,
guns.
you
That's
know,
like-
that's
with
like
the
being
best
born into
trainer.
money.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Analogy, John.
Yeah, that's like being born into money. So congratulations.
Thank you. But also, like, on the other hand, the quality of Terrence, like, he treats his guns like babies. So he puts
I
so
can see
much
that.
love and effort in every single gun he does, and he really cares, you know, about his guns, about his employees. So his company is full of love, which makes it like when you take the gun, it's like, oh, it's like that Bulgari or
Yeah,
Cartier, you
yeah.
know. Girls like jewelry, right? Like, we see it all the time, or like a nice purse. But he puts so much love in his guns, just like Bulgari, Cartier, Tiffany, you name it.
Yeah. Wow.
Louis Vuitton put like in a really nice purse. It's
Yeah.
expensive, but if you get it, you know,
Oh, it's worth
it's
it.
gonna be for the rest of your life. Or
Yeah.
a nice car. You get a nice car, and you know what you're getting out of it. Same with his guns. It's just reliable. It's smooth. It's just in a way like a little cheetah.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
you do.
it's just-
It's like an unfair advantage a little
No,
bit.
real
Yeah,
talk.
it's-
Yeah. Oh, you know, people have said that too here. after shooting your guns, they're like, I shot 50% better when I picked up the Sand Viper. I shot 50% better when I picked up the John Wick gun. So, I mean, and these are relatively new to novice shooters that are saying this.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty significant, because usually you only say something like that after like some type of significant training or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But when you say that just because you shot a different pistol, I mean, that's pretty remarkable.
Well, there's things they're not going to notice that I know that's going on with the gun. So you get a lot of guns that have an optic on the pistol. If that optic is not mounted right, or it's sitting super high on some plate for some co-witness nonsense, it's going to hit really low at close range and really high at long range. Look at anybody, even from QVC Tactical and everybody that shoots the gun, these better shooters will notice this gun dot is point of aim virtually everywhere.
Everywhere.
I'll shoot something at 60, 70 yards, dead on. At 7 yards away, it's dead on. At 5 feet away, it's maybe a half an inch low.
Wow.
Other guns, you're like, oh, I got to hold high, hold low. Which one was it? Oh, no, I missed. You don't want that nonsense in your system. Same with the pistol. When I was shooting competition for years, Travis Tomasi and I didn't want to switch to fiber optics. We hated it, right? But everybody was going with it. Like, oh, I got to go from my flip phone to an iPhone now. I don't know how to deal with it. It's too complicated. What I hated about the original guns with fiber optic is the fiber optic was way down low in the sight.
Right.
So I've got a blade way above it, a dot in the middle, and we're shooting like, I don't know, I'm shooting the top now, too low, too high. So when I made my sights for the Glock and now the 2011, I put the fiber at the very, very top. I took the guesswork out of it. There's no black blade way above the dot. And you're like, which one am I shooting on? Where's the point of impact for more detailed shots? And it takes the guesswork out. And the people here coming today are not noticing that and not knowing that they're hitting good point of aim, because these little details were figured out for them. Stuff that cost me titles and stuff I won with when I did it to my own guns.
So, I mean, one thing I noticed, and I definitely want to try competing with this, when we tested this thing out, what I noticed, Taran, was my follow-up when doing double shots between multiple transitions, it was a lot faster. Now, granted, you shoot a lot, you're a good shooter, you can perform at a pretty optimum level regardless of the gun, but it made the effort, it was just easy, just to be quite frank.
It's how it's
easy.
sprung, it's how it's sprung in time. The gun has two major springs. There's the recoil spring and the mainspring housing spring. Now, I've shot with the greatest shooters of all time for 25 years. Todd Jarrett, Rob Latham, you name it. Everybody I've shot with for years, the Super Squad. And you learn from the details of everybody, Travis Tomasi, Max Michel, what is the best. And those ingredients I started putting into my gun, started doing my own thing, and passed it on to the best shooters out there like Daniel Horner and everybody shooting my stuff out there. And I get feedback and talk, what do you think, and da-da-da. And that's why these guns are just not just, hi, I'm going to start a company. I like cool looking stuff. Okay, make it all weird color. You want to buy it? What do you think? It sucks. What? You know, so that's the difference.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. So talk to us about who you've been working with. Like legit.
New projects. What are the new projects?
Yeah. So listen, you almost couldn't make it because of some projects that you're working on. So anything you can talk about. I know there may be some things you can't talk about, but maybe some of the most recent projects that you've completed and some that you're actually going to be working on next.
Everybody.
No, we know.
Everyone.
Yeah. So
we've been very blessed. Location of my range is great for Hollywood.
We've been there.
Yeah. And just, you know, I'm good with people. I don't annoy them and all this stuff. And just basically all started because of that video with Keanu.
Yeah.
And the director's like, yeah, throw it up on Instagram. Who cares? Not much, actually, before Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. It went crazy. Every actor after that wanted to come out. And what it did is, like, it was a new level. Like, actors could be great fighters, like, you know, and look good and actually really beat you up, like Jason Statham or whoever, Jackie Chan. But when they saw Keanu and raging on that 3-gun course, that very first video with like 10 million views. Every actor's like, oh my God, I've got to take the gun thing to a new level. I can't be a door cup and saucering around.
Right.
Well, he's DOD Special Forces, and he's running around like cup and saucering, right? So all these major stars started coming out, like Michael B. Jordan and everybody else, and they wanted that. They wanted that in their system, and that led to one of the next, and they didn't know it was the premier place to get there. Then with the John Wick franchise, it wasn't like, okay, one and done with John Wick 2. They wanted John Wick 3 to be next level.
Right.
So it went from old school shotgun loading, now quad loading.
Which is hard as hell. But I learned it thanks to Jerry Michalak.
Boy, that's a whole nother story in and of itself.
It is.
And I know the director's amazing because he knows, even though the audience won't know what the hell is going on,
right?
You know, what? And rewind it over and over like the match saver.
Yeah.
Hey, he really cleared that jam well. No, it's not a jam, but it's a match saver. It's the last shotgun shell on the side of a gun I've won nationals with. I've won Fort Benning Championship on the last stage with a jam, with the last round miss on a plate, going, no, and do a match and won. So I put that in the movies. And even though the audience will rewind it over and over, watch again, trying to figure out what the heck's going on with that.
Right.
The director, unlike other directors, are like, just get rid of their cup and saucer and get it over with. We'll give you a few days of training, get them out of here.
Yeah.
He pushed me as a trainer and Tetiana to take the training next level with everybody. And every movie, it's like that. And John Wick 4 is going to be insane.
Yeah, I can't wait to see
You are
that.
going to freak out.
Oh,
I'm waiting for our
been
cameo,
hearing-
John.
I'm waiting
Taran.
for it. You know,
Putting
they're
that
about
out
to say
there.
you telling me
Putting
like
it
I
out
can do
there
something
in the
about
universe. Putting it out there. So Tatiana,
No,
I mean,
wait. I had one
Oh,
more
go ahead,
question
John,
for Taran, and I think I just forgot it.
so can we come back to your question?
Yeah, fine,
If you
sure.
remember, right?
Dang, man, it was a good question, man.
What?
So Tatiana, I mean, you guys train with everyone. You have sort of built your own following in your own right. Talk about some of the movies you've been in, some of the projects that you're working on.
My first movie I have done here was Day Shift with Jamie Foxx, and we trained him too. He's
How is
wonderful.
Jamie, by the way? How is he
He's
with a gun?
so cool.
Yeah.
He's real person,
I asked that same
super
question
He's
yesterday.
humble,
so funny. He's so,
so
great.
funny, likable, tells funny stories. Like he wants
Great
to be
movie
better.
stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
Oh,
John.
Yeah.
like about the behind the scenes on Miami Vice, the lunacy. and
Oh.
It's so good. Go ahead.
Yeah. The movie did our friend, Taran's good friend, J.J. Perry, a very talented director and just super awesome, humble person, just like Taran.
JJ is like the man behind all the Wick stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
the guy they bring in, like the cleaner to help. He's the director's good friend, and he
Yeah.
didn't get a lot of credit till now.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, he's awesome. And then I did Bosch Legacy on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, yeah.
And with Titus Williwer and Phil Morris.
And
from
you were the main
Seinfeld.
protagonist in that, right?
Yeah, they hired me to be a main protagonist to assassin Bosch and
Did you assassinate him?
And kill
Yeah.
the family of the.
Did you kill him for
Yeah,
people
yeah.
who haven't seen it yet?
Did
you
you
have
succeed?
to watch the show.
I knew that was going to be the
she
answer.
kills Matt Damon's old ugly look-alike.
Oh, wow.
You'll see.
So I remember my question now, Taran. So who was the most improved celebrity that you've
Oh,
trained?
that's a good one, John.
Like who came in with, I guess, the least skills and then got the most, or just who was the most improved after working with you?
Well, I mean, Keanu is the best still.
Right.
because-
Oh, I mean, that's obvious.
Yeah.
He just takes it next level. He's pushing. There's other guys that have crazy natural skills, like Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
Is crazy naturally talented. Even though he's left eye dominant, he's crazy naturally talented.
Wow.
So you can take his levels. He's just all over the place in movies. He doesn't come out as much as other people.
Right.
Also, Sam Worthington, who would think? He's crazy good for Avatar. And now
Wow.
Avatar's been in the process now before we were born.
For
Yeah,
years.
right, right.
Yeah, it's been a
Finally coming out
while.
This Christmas. So he's crazy naturally great shooter.
Right.
Also, Garrett Dillahunt. Watch some of his videos. He's awesome. Aaron Taylor Johnson. It's like the British guys are really good. It's crazy. You know? So
John-
Better
Because
than the
because-
Americans? Like naturally
no, I don't
better?
know. There's like two Brits that are just natural made,
Oh,
and
wow.
they haven't never
Okay.
had any guns before.
Yeah. Well, that's
So,
probably why.
You know who's
Well,
insane?
that could be true.
Is coming out soon. Is Lewis Hamilton, 7-time.
Really?
world-
Oh, whoa.
Holy crap!
He can
Because of
run
the-
guns?
I figured it out because his hand-eye coordination. Would be the
That
best
makes
race
sense.
car
Yes,
driver
yep.
in the world.
Racing, yeah.
He came out with no gun skills at all. By the
Right.
end of the day, if you look at his video on YouTube, it's crazy.
Wow.
You
We
won't
gotta
believe
check
what you're
that out,
watching.
John.
Yeah.
But also Chad Stahelski is very
Yeah,
talented.
the
director of
director.
John Wick.
Oh, really? He's really good?
So
We train
talented.
a lot of directors. Chad Stahelski, he's ambidextrous like Keanu. He's born lefty, learned righty. They both can go left hand, right hand like maniacs. So they're
Wow.
incredible.
Okay.
Man, that's
okay.
awesome. And you look,
Oh, that is.
we can attest to that, though. I mean, we went there
I
and
mean,
we
yeah,
spent,
we trained with you, Taran.
and to
it
be
was
honest, it
was
wasn't even
phenomenal.
a full day because we were actually
were filming, yeah.
So let's say maybe a third of the day we actually got to train with you, but by the end of the day, yeah, we were running the course. Like,
Yeah. Well,
and
it
I
was
mean
nice.
that was
The
big
thing
for
was,
me.
I thought you guys had like years and years of shooting behind you.
Me
I didn't
too.
know
Yeah.
you just started.
No,
like a
yeah.
couple
Well,
years
well,
ago.
me
Yeah.
for sure. Sherman
Yeah.
has more experience than me, but yeah, no, I definitely felt that because I was skeptical when I would see the videos, and I'm like,
were
I'm like,
skeptical.
I'm
We
like,
used
I'm
to talk
like,
about
did
it all
they
the
really
time,
get that
Terry. He's
better?
like, I
They
don't
didn't
know
really
about
get
that,
that good
Sherman.
by the end of the day and can run that course like that because it just looks so intimidating,
Yeah,
all that
it
steel
does,
out
it
there,
does.
and you're doing double taps on all of them, right? But I mean, it's just the way that you explain things, Taran. Like to be honest, it's like you really disarm somebody from what their insecurities are behind the firearm. Like seriously,
Yeah.
and you also tell a lot of stories about the things that you've done wrong, the matches you've cost yourself by doing this little mistake and that little mistake. So it really disarms somebody. They don't feel as intimidated by, working with you, and it also motivates them too.
Yeah, I will say it's easier with you than with Todd.
Yeah. See, that's why I didn't want to.
I can say that.
I love Todd.
I love Todd.
Yeah, I love Todd. I decline training with Todd.
Todd, you're the best trainer in the world right now. You talking about? I shot with him.
The perfect Todd Jarrett impersonation.
I didn't want to laugh, man. I didn't want to laugh, man. Todd
sorry,
too fast
Todd.
on the gun,
We
man.
love you, man.
I
We
wasn't
love
gonna
you.
laugh at Todd, man.
No, Todd is in the top 5 greatest shooters that ever lived.
Ever
lived.
No, he's remarkable.
In 1996, he won every area match. He won the nationals. He won the world shoot.
And for years.
And even now, like at his age, he's crushing 99.9% of the people out there.
What is age to Todd? I don't think he's aging for real.
Man, I don't age right there. You can't count me out, man. I'll wipe your ass out. I'll show you a bit right there. My
Man, Todd is going to kill us when he hears this
He's
podcast.
going to kill you because you train with him, not me.
Rule of thumb, I'll take your ass out, man.
Todd's something else, man.
No,
Todd's
he
something
is.
else. I'll be ready for Todd soon.
Were you, John?
Yeah, no, for sure.
So
I got
look,
to.
Taran, Tetiana, before we wrap this thing up, give your overall assessment of where you guys think the shooting sports, firearms, 2A community, where do you see it going? Because it's growing, but where do you see it going?
Like events like this is making it grow. The world, is going crazy, so everybody's buying a lot more guns.
Yeah.
As far as the world that came from the shooting sports, I think it needs to organize itself a little better.
Yeah.
Like
I'll
USPSA,
agree.
USPSA is the #1 still because it started it all. But they're having all kind of lunacy going on. They need to organize themselves, clean up, get out of the 90s with their social media.
Yeah.
Get out of your flip phone, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Get their matches making more sense. I'm very lucky. I shot in the best heyday of all competition. I shot the most unbelievable matches ever. You walk away with a Rolex watch, 15 grand, 15 guns. Like now, it's like you're lucky to win like a pencil with blood on it.
What? With blood on it?
And it's just different. They should go back to the past, bring back some of the quality. I think everybody just wants to throw together a gonzo match and just get it over with. It's just like they don't have the patience to put the quality in like the guys just put matches on before. But that aside, still get into it. Local matches seem to be really doing well. They're putting the heart into it. Some of the bigger matches have kind of lost their luster. Get it back to what it was. Give people a fun time, a quality match, not just a bunch of junk steel, whatever.
Yeah.
And make sense of there's too many different organizations where a new shooter gets confused.
Right.
Let's just organize it so it's easier to figure out how to get in, what gun you need, what to do.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And we've talked about, making a difference in the
John's
shooting
been saying
sports.
this for a while now.
Shooting sports arena.
He hates the way the matches are
Yeah,
set
yeah.
up.
I just think it needs to be more engaging for a spectator as
Yeah.
well.
Which
because
it's not.
Yeah,
It's
because
really not.
At the end of the day, you have to have an appreciation for the skill of what these shooters are doing because you can't really tell what they're doing other than shooting fast and moving
Unless
fast.
you- unless you know.
Unless you know.
We
Yeah.
figured it out years ago with a Pro-Am where you could see all the steel falling. It was super fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that went away because some new guy took it over and messed it all up. And that kind of happened a lot with stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's still fun to go to a local match.
Yeah.
Join USPSA regardless. They'll figure it out. And grab the right guns and go in there and shoot. Even if you're on a budget, get a good Glock 34. Put a few things on it, some base pads. You're good to go.
Yeah.
And just start growing from there.
Yeah.
And Tetiana, women, a lot of women getting into this. What do you think about it?
Well, I think that it's wonderful that you guys putting up events like that to actually educate people and bring more awareness. I think I'm really happy to see more women and more Hollywood people getting more educated and respecting shooting as a sport because it is a sport just like swimming,
Exactly.
racing
Exactly.
cars,
Yeah.
fighting, UFC. It's a legit sport and it's not just like here's the gun, go shoot. No, there's so much detail to it.
Oh,
And
without
if you want to
question.
be the best to it, you have to respect it as a sport.
Yes.
Train yourself. And I'm really happy to see the change right now. Like more and more of actors, my friends, girlfriends, women, men, producers, directors, like come to us, train. They want to be educated. They want to know it. And once they come, they shoot with us. They're like, oh shit, I have so much respect for it now because it's a sport.
Yeah.
It's
and
not
it's
easy
wonderful
not
to
to
see
be
that
good.
change. No, it's not easy at all, at all.
So are you guys going to shoot today at all?
Yeah, if there's any room for us.
Yeah.
If there's any room, did you hear that? If there's any room.
I know, but that's a good problem to have. To
It
be
is,
honest with
it
you.
It's a
is.
great problem.
Yeah,
It's wonderful to see
absolutely.
people wanted to have that experience and meet everybody, and everybody's so lovely today
And
here.
like yesterday, I met all the employees here. They're very gracious
Yeah.
and
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
They know everything about the product they're selling.
Yeah.
And all the people here visiting are the nicest people.
Yeah.
So wonderful. I can't wait to meet everybody. It's going to be awesome.
That's
All right,
awesome, man.
Taran and Tetiana.
Taran and Tetiana, man, this has been great. We want y'all to enjoy the rest of the day. Guns Out Range Day. First podcast, you guys. Wow,
Yeah,
first
number one
Yay.
guest.
podcast.
Couldn't do it without
Yes.
Taran and Tetiana.
Couldn't do it without you guys,
Yay.
man. So thank you.
Thanks,
and,
guys.
we
You
look forward,
guys.
we
Thank
look
you
forward to
guys
working
so
with you
much.
guys very soon.
Yeah, come
And
back
thank
out
you
to the
guys.
place soon.
Oh, absolutely.
We'll be back, Taran.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
And
let
next
us know.
time we got to stay for like a week.
No, for
We didn't
sure.
stay long
yeah,
enough.
yeah. We want something
Yeah.
substantial this next time.
We'll do some Halloween stuff too.
Oh,
Oh, we should come
now-
around Halloween.
Let's do it.
'Cause we've
Oh,
been
yeah,
trying to
for
get back
sure.
to California.
Let's
Oh, for
get it
sure.
on the calendar. Once it's on the calendar, it's in stone.
And I've been wanting to get like one of those custom you know what?
Oh,
that's a-
yep,
yeah,
yep,
that's
yep.
another
There we go.
conversation, but that's something I want to get. So we should come for Halloween.
Yeah.
Sounds
yeah,
good.
Let's do it.
Universal.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Halloween Horror Nights.
let's
Okay.
do it, man.
Chucky will be
Put
chasing
that
you
on the
around.
calendar.
Yeah.
Michael Myers is coming for you.
Yeah.
I don't think
Michael
Michael
Myers
Myers is
gonna
ready,
catch- gonna
Taran.
catch some
I don't know.
hours, boy.
Right? No, seriously,
For
right?
real.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
you too, guys. Thank
All
you
right,
so
so
much.
let's go.
Thank
All right.
you.
See you
All
later.
right. Oh, yeah, I know, right?
Taran's like, all right, bye, later. Almost.
Don't wrap it yet. Don't wrap it yet.
All right, man. So
Gotta eat
let's
straight
go.
now.
And get some.